You alright? Collective consciousness? Collective means we all, what you feel, I feel, we all feel. Yeah. So, I've got a C3. See me? 3. So, it's King's Day today. Odin Hump Day. Hilarious Hump Day. You still living in fear? Still dictating the ship of the fear? I'm going to go and do some African gods today. I haven't done them for a while. Just thought I'd pull out. You know, my healing journey for those who are just starting to wake the fuck up and follow me. Obviously I'm invisible so people still can't see me, still trying to manipulate me in this setup. Whole thing is a setup. Do you know how much this has cost Mr. Illuminati to try and get me? They're running out of money now. When he's bankrupt, they might take notice because then he'll have nowhere else to go, or she. So it just takes time. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. No problem. We don't mind. It's just me and Grim. You hate the death. But you like the glory and the love and the life. But you don't want to do the shadow work of actually what the problem is, which is yourself. You're the fucking problem to yourself. You can't. Blaming and shaming and hating everyone else is a complete waste of fucking time. To know love is to lose love. To lose love is to know love. Anyway, what do we know? We're just fucking idiots, us, obviously. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. I told you this. Stay in your own lane. Sort your own life out. So my journey began when I was, well, many moons ago. And when I was 8, they did Live Aid. Africa. I love Africa. I love Africa. I've never been. I love Africa. It's the heart of the world, really. And anyway, the greedy, needy people took over. So I was 8. And whatever age that is, I don't know. I was 8 years of age in my Satan life. Your life that you gave me, which is not my life, but I don't mind. And so yes, I was 8 and they had Live Aid. I'm going to start a new revolution and do Love Aid. Live Aid. Live, stealing the life of the lives of the innocent. Great idea that fucking turned out to be, didn't it? Anyway, the Live Aid. Feed the world, let them know it's... That one, where all the idols did that as well. Have you seen that? You know Snoopy? Fucking hell. I've seen him today in Paris. Doesn't he look like a rat? Snoop, the old Charlie boy. High on the fucking life of powder. Of a fake life. But anyway. So, honestly, you're all enslaved. You're slaves. And you're so enslaved you don't even know you're a fucking slave. At least I know I was a slave. I've always been a slave. All my lifetimes, really. We were enslaved by Satan's ways of the Eden Project. Kill and destroy at all cost. So, I digress. When I was 8, they had Live Aid. Now, I was really upset by this. It really fucking fucked my brain up. Because I've always been a seer, been able to see things. And I couldn't understand why I had all this luxurious stuff in this land of the United Kingdom, which is not the land. Do not come here, please, Africans. Stay where you fucking are. So I watched the Live Aid and I couldn't understand. Oh my God, Mum! Why are these... I would say my brothers and sisters. At the time, my mental capacity was big bellies with little stick arms. What the hell? Give them my Cocoa Pops. Send my Frosties to them. Oh, my dad used to do it all the time. Will you eat your dinner? People in Africa would love that food. Ooh. So this is just programming and narcissistic manipulation of the MK Ultra program. Make you feel fucking guilty for not eating your food, but why am I consuming so much when these have fucking got nothing? How come I've got so much as these have got? I was a military. I wasn't poor when I was a child. Not like I am now, looking like a poor person. So I never suffered with materialistic loss when I was a child, not until I left home at 14, and then the government tried to fuck me and make me out to be poor. And when I look at her, she's a fucking nobody. Really? Anyway, so my mum said, oh, it's just you know, they haven't got any money in Africa, and Ethiopia have the problem, and there's a whole story which I'm not going to bore you with, but you know about it. So then, when I was 9, my father, handler, the petty one, had come back off the ship. I don't know whether it was HMS Tiger or Victory at the time. I think it was Tiger. And we were watching the BBC News. The cruel truth is better than the sweet lie. You can't make that up. 23. This is the cruel truth. So, of an African god. Your ancestors are ashamed. So, I was watching the BBC News with my father, and I was watching it again, probably eating something. Dad, why are they doing that? It's just what they do. What? I was only 9. Dad, what do you mean? It's what they do. Who are they and what are they doing? Who are they and what are they doing? I don't know. I could see on the BBC News what they were doing in Africa. So my dad did explain to me. He said, well, Catherine, he says, I've just come back from the ocean of emotions. His dad died, his mum died when he was on the ship and he lost all faith. Anyway, she had Alzheimer's disease, to Elizabeth. She was called Elizabeth, my grandma. She was called Elizabeth. She lived at Oxford Square with my granddad Ephraim. Anyway, I digress. So, what are they doing, Dad? Please explain. Well, what they did was they've raised all this money for the Africans, but it's corrupt. Well, what do you mean? I was only 9. Obviously, my level of consciousness wasn't awareness of. I wasn't aware of these things. I don't. You're gonna have to explain this to me, Dad. Please, Baba, explain what you mean. So he said what they did was that they raised all the money, millions actually. That's Bob Geldof. Is he still alive? And they raised all this money, and then they made, because this is a biblical quote, but teach a man to fish, he will feed for life. Give a man a plate of fish, he will only feed for the day. So what they did with the Africans was, because the Africans are corrupt, the Africans hate Africans. This is why now it's not a race problem we have down here. It's a humanitarian goddamn bugging crisis. It's nothing to do with the tribal wars of cause and divide, like, oh, Black Lives Matter. Every life matters. Are you understanding what I'm saying now? Am I comprende, understande, mentalo, me no understando English? So, they raised all the money, they got the seed to give to the Ethiopians. And then what they did was, the corrupt black Africans, who were all money making and in with this goes back to the 80s, they left the seed at the airport and let it rot. They didn't give it to the people who needed it to create the seed so they could feed themselves. So since the 80s, we've just been reliant on the nanny state of the government, which they've been doing for 30, 40 years now, to make you rely on them for your universal credits, I think we call it in the United Kingdom now. Because you can't fend for yourself. They don't want you to have independence, because if you have independence, then they lose control. Like me taking medication, if I don't take the medication, the pharmaceutical companies lose a patient, which means they lose money. That's why they're jabbing me up the ass yesterday, because they need me to be mentally ill, so that they can then feed and harvest off my goodness and my life and light, like they are doing in the African state. And that's what they did. So that's why we're living in 2024 now, and people are homeless. People are. Do you not find that bizarre? See, I mean, I know I'm an alien. I am it. I'm a git. I'm an it. Why are we living in 2024? 2024. Do you understand where you are on the planet Galaxy? Do you know what time it is, Mr. Wolf? With people who are homeless and have no food. In the United Kingdom now, we're now turning into a Nazi state of nits of nuts. 10:40 on the clock. Slavery. It's enslavement. Abuse of power. That's what they're doing. That's what they've done all their life. I've seen this since I was 9. And then because I've seen this, my handler, bullshit, she's waking up, shit. Because I was awake anyway. I've always been awake, just inside myself. And they then stole my wings. I used to play in the kitchen with my mother as a child. And I used to have a whole farm and a whole fucking forest and a whole fucking... I have always had a good imagination, as they would say. And imagine that. So now we've got to the point where it's a point of no return, of disaster for the elites, fat cats, who have creamed the crop of all of the money, all of the land. I mean, it goes, I'm the 13th member of the 12 tribes, the voice of the reason of the key keepers of Odin's my father, and I've done what my father Odin did, got all the keys for the, well, a lot of things really. Been very busy holding down a world of emotions of what you lot have been doing. Not really been easy, but doable. Anything is possible because my mission is completed, but I'm possible. A chaotic life is the result of chaotic choices. So if you're suffering now, it's because you haven't done the work, because you've thought you were entitled, because you're the best of the big black dicks. Got your dog nose into everything and trying to pretend that you're the greatest. And oh, look at us, we were the slaves first. Well, are we going to actually argue about who's the greatest slaves? Oh dear, poor Germany and the Nazis and poor Jews. Oh, I feel sorry for the Jews. The Jews are the ones who've caused all these experiments. They started it. Really, truth be told, and Christopher did not find America. There was native people there before then, and then we had the slaves from the United Kingdom and Irish people who went to Australia. The world is enslaved. It's not a colour 13:11 on the clock. This is not a colour war or a race war. Are you actually fucking that asleep that you haven't seen any of this? I'm talking to the masses here, so please don't, I'm not insulting your intelligence if you are awake as much as me. When you always say yes to others, you say no to yourself. That's where I made a mistake. Well, I didn't make a mistake, I was planning and plotting. Because I wanted to cover everything to make sure that when you got to the new moon, I think that's now, isn't it? It's new. My dog says, fuck off. May there be light over darkness, it's time to rise and shine. The waxing moon. If you're into astrology, I'll know about that. I've got astrologers who follow me. Hello, Mr. K. You see? Because I'm no better than them, or you, or one. You or me and I am you and we are one. So as much as you want to hate me and try and, ostracize me and leave me out and think you're fucking clever, it's called bullying tactics. Now this whole setup here in this place I'm at now, it's a setup, it's been paid for and they're all on the payroll, patients and staff. And I'm not obviously going to fall for it, because when I was in Sheldon, I knew all of this. I know that you've read my medical records, Mr. People in Charge and Mrs. People in Charge, who've organised this hate crime against me in the world. This is not really just a Birmingham issue. This is a whole world of hate towards just me, because they know who I am. And what they did was they read my medical records. I was there, and Houdini and everybody's sort of seen it and knows, and they've tried to, well, Birmingham has tried to slaughter me and take the glory for my life. They take men hoping that they killed me. Well, not really, because I'm not really dead, but they stole my identification and said I was dead, and my family are involved, and it's a whole hate of crime against me. Like the bully in the playground that steals the money off people, but I've stood up and I said, no, we're not doing that anymore, children. It's very childish, and you're a fake prophet. I mean, it goes to Africa as well, because Mr. Loveworld is involved, and he's a fake prophet. And I seen what he was doing. I spoke to a lovely African guy. He used to wear a hat. I can't remember his name now, but he wore a trilby. I really loved him. He was very much like a granddad I used to have a long lifetime ago. And I was talking to him, and he was telling me how he did all this stuff in Handsworth, and he'd made money and had businesses. And then I said, well, what are you suffering now? And he's going to the church, but what the church has done is that Mr. Loveworld's church from Africa has stolen his creativity and harvesting of him and all the other people in the church. I did try to help, but they didn't want to know. They just wanted to kill and destroy at all costs, because they're the Antichrist. All religions are involved. It's not a religious thing. It's the top of the pyramid scheme, you see. So that's great, isn't it? So then we've all got 24. I like 24. He's a fire starter with electric. Lying to yourself is the most harmful spell. He's a great ancestor, this one. I'm not going to say it out loud. I want to say Ebenezer Boar, but it doesn't say that. There, look. Isn't he a lovely ancestor? Because these ancestors that today I'm doing, oh look, here we've got the one that this is Beyonce wants to be this one, doesn't she? Oh, she, shy. Shiloh. Shiloh means gift from God in Irishness. Brightness of glories to those who deserve them. And this is what the old, the bee of the knee bees of the hornets have done. And I do believe that the old Rai is one of the goddesses who's now in Africa with a crown from Jamaica, I believe. Oh, wow. Yeah. Such a crown stealer. So, yes. So I just thought I'd tell you that little story of that's the top and bottom of it, really. Fire and passion run through your veins, darling. That's what my great grandma wants to say. Because I have all grandmas of all nations, of all colours, because I'm the 13th. I'm the 12th seed of all of the tribes to make the 13th. And then we have New Moon, which is looking within, reveals the mysteries of the universe. You see, it's like a black hole. That's a concern, isn't it, for you? You opened up the black hole, and I told you not to do that. Please don't fucking do that. Osha, which is when the heart screams, reasoning goes silent. And this is very much like a pyramid. You see that? That's like my Aztec people. Because I don't leave any of the tribes out. We're all 12 tribes, are all very important to me. I love everybody, me. I get wrong for that. I love everybody. Well, I do. I'm here as a leader for the Great Awakening. Although you obviously can't see that and don't want to believe that, and I know what you're gonna try and do. It's not happening, no. I put an order out, and the order's in, and you're just gonna return my documents, my identification of who I really am, and then we're gonna do that. They've sent a lady in today to do a survey of in 2 weeks' time we're doing charity work for breast cancer. Wow. And then this is my card, which is IKA, which is my African DNA part of me. A part of me, I'm a part of you, of some of me, of some of you. You don't know the sum of me, because you only know part of me. Impossible is only a matter of opinion. You see, now that sums me up in one card. That's me. You say impossible, I say put a space bar on your modem and I'm possible, not impossible. I'm possible spells impossible. Do you want me to write that down for you so you could see that I'm not talking shit? If I've got any paper. You know, I'm on bare minimal here. Shall I write it on the back of a box of tissues so you don't start crying? You might need to wipe your butthole after you've read this. So it just says, I'm possible. Very simple. A to B equal. I like simple. Simply the best. I can't be bothered with all of this going around the fucking goddamn houses and the council estate, back round, up round the castles and everything. So just there, you see, impossible, or I just put a space bar there and changed my whole life. I'm possible. Nothing is impossible because it spells I'm possible. So I am possible. They just stole the E of the E equals M square, which is quite a feat of technology, apparently. Apparently somebody says I'm very clever. She's very fucking... Wow. Is that clever? I don't know whether it is clever, because it's just who I am. I'm not trying to be clever. I'm not trying to be a smart ass, although I do come across as smart. I do. I'm a bit of a twat. I'm an Irish cunt like that. I'm a twat, yeah. I am a twat, which means fish. Twat does not mean vagina. A twat actually means fish, which is what we've got the problem with the Pisces. Fish, who are very fishy, who are trying to dominate and take over and make us all feel sorry for them because, oh my God, I got raped, I had a hard time, I'm a slave, nobody loves me, my mommy and mommy is me. All right, fish face. Leslie Ash. Sorry, Leslie, that was a reference because we used to call her Trout Pout. You might be too young to remember that if you're not from the United Kingdom. We had a lady here years ago who used to work on a comedy show, and the comedy show was just hilarious. I used to love it. And what was it called again? Something not Boys to Men. I can't remember the name of the program. Anyway, you'll remember. You're screaming it at the telly as I tell you. There was a comment. I can't remember, man. It's gone out of my head. I have a lot of stuff going on in my mind. So anyway, we had this comedy show, and Leslie Ash was in it, and she was beautiful. She's a really beautiful lady. She was very beautiful. No, I'm not a lesbian before you judge that, but I can take fine art, and she was very beautiful. She was very beautiful, and men behaving badly. That's what it's called. Men behaving badly. Thanks for that. Men behaving badly. So they were in this comedy sketch, and it was very good. I used to love it, mate. It was in the 80s, I think, 90s, early 90s. And then this thing came out where the ladies decided, oh God, what we're going to do is we're going to get our lips to be bigger, because my lips are too thin. Look, I need bigger lips. Do your lips work? Are they productive? Can you eat your soup with them? Can you kiss? Do your lips work? But what they did was, this was late 80s, 90s, was Leslie decided, she was one of the first who got her lips injected to make them bigger. But she had an allergic reaction. This is what I would never get my lips done because of this Leslie Ash experience. It was an Ash win situation. Win-win of the ashes. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I've been attacked by the ashes every day of my life. I think India won this show, didn't they? No, they didn't. Their Indians have lost big time. Ding ding, 299. So, I digress. Leslie Ash then came into the newspaper from being very beautiful from Men in Black to, not Men in Black, Men in Black, yes it was a zip-zap code. And she came in the newspaper, and she's like, and they swelled up like she looked. That she had the tabloids did this. I'm not saying this. I'm not being nasty, Leslie. I'm not. But she was named in the British tabloids as Trout Pout. And then the young ladies have not taken any notice of this warning. That was a warning. I mean, that was a warning if you've ever seen a warning of a warning. And Leslie, I shall tell you. Please don't do this, ladies. You look beautiful just the way you are, because she suffered a long time with this, and I think she lost jobs and everything because she couldn't work because her lips were so... Oh, and then we've got this fire and passion runs through my veins. And that's 17 number. So that'll be when you stole my life at 17. Implanted me with Satan's seed. Oh, and then we've got the old, oh, he, she, we, she, they, she, I'm entitled, me. They used to take the piss out of me when I was a child and say that I had black lips. I don't know, do you think I do? I quite like my lips. That's what I used to say, what the fuck? I've been bullied all my life. I've always been the outcast, the one that left outside alone. That's why this is not bothering me. I'm quite pleased that now you've all fucked off and I've got rid of you all. I've never been happier in my whole life. Working in the set-up house that I've been doing in Birmingham for 2 years. I know they've planned this for a long time. This is a 13-year plan of hate this time that I'm around. Because I didn't die when I was 17 either, although they said I did. I didn't. I've been alive the whole time. I am here. I know I was murdered when I was a child. Apparently I died. Thinking of fire. Did I? Was it a fire? I don't know, I can't remember. They say a lot of shit, so there's so much shit you have to work out to go through the trap of the waps, of the fish, of the Pisces, the age of Pisces. This isn't a dig at you, darling. Laura, please, life is not all about you. There is many, I'm talking to the masses. Well, she gets so offended by everything, this little fucker. Everything's about Laura. Laura, this is not about you. This is a mass problem we have in humanity. Okay? This is not your mother talking to you. I don't even know who you are. You've died. You now have your own life. You've now got accountability and responsibility for yourself. I feel I need to say this to Laura because she's obviously very offended by everything I do because she's been hanging around with Rihanna and the Effendi company. Thinking she's entitled to things, and now mummy's abandoned her. She told me to fuck off, and now she's telling everyone I've abandoned her and I'm not a good mother. I can't win. You can't win with stupid. Don't argue with a fool because you both look like fools. So no, darling, this is not about you, okay? This is about humanity as a whole. So please just go and have a seat in the back of the class. As Grandma with glasses would say. If you've nothing nice to say, darling, please leave the table and go and sit over there till you can say something positive. Nothing nice to say. Don't speak, is what we want to say to the haters. Just shh. If you have nothing productive to say and you're just going to throw in keyboard warriors and fake accounts and do all this Billy bullshit, please shh. If you have nothing nice to say, don't speak. Leave the table. You're not welcome at our table. You need to go back to the beginning. Snakes and ladders, down you go. And we'll see you another lifetime or this lifetime when you've healed. I don't know what tomorrow may bring, but you're going to take a long more time than tomorrow. Because you've caused a lot of treason and hatred between men, women and children. All because of the Dropouts. Just saying. It's a beautiful way. You see, you look beautiful just the way you are, darling. I told this story, I think, but I don't know if anyone listened. When I was living with my teenager, who got groomed by Laura and possessed by her father, Dora, I call it Dora. This is the devil and the angel. This is what the fight's been between. She used to be a Balenciaga, what a saga, kind of OnlyFans master madam, and stealing my creativity and being me, making me out as if I'm a prostitute. I'm not a prostitute, please. I've never been a prostitute in my whole goddamn life. I don't even do fucking sex. I just get fucked. So, Dora used to be grooming Francesca. Now she used to be ever so. She came one day with her face Crayolaed. It was like, I couldn't. I went, wow, look at your face. I said, that's fucking awesome. I was right. It was good art. I says, what have you done? Oh, well, it's called contouring. Wow, I don't do makeup. I'm still a 90s. I'm just eyeliner, a bit of mascara, and fucking bronzer. I'm fucking off me. Shit shower and a shave, let's go. So I'm not that, I don't do makeup really. I even did my own makeup on my wedding day. So she used to, so I said to her when she got there, I said, we're only going to Asda. I said, you look fantastic. I said, you need to, I said, I feel I need to get a fucking chariot out here, or a fucking Cinderella fucking castle or something, and take you out for fucking lunch somewhere. Should we go to a lovely castle? I said, you look fucking awesome, darling. Look at that face. Wow. I was impressed because she had cheap. We were going to fucking Asda to get some fucking beans and crisps for the kids. I was looking like this, thinking, let's go. Are you going like that, mother? Well, yeah, kind of. I'm going to fucking Asda. I'm just going to chuck my flip-flops on. I can't go in them flip-flops. Why? I know they've got a bit of a hole in, but they're all right. Does it matter? Who do we see at Asda? Is the king, is the queen's coming to Asda? Do we need to get dressed up to go to Asda? Really? I'm just Asda's Walmart for you guys in America. I'm just going to fucking Asda to get some fucking shopping that I can't really afford anyway, because you're robbing me blind of my fucking money. But I'm just going to wear these flip-flops. I can't afford the new flip-flops. Like, I'll have to wait till the new season comes out and I get paid next month. I'm going like this. I don't give a fuck. I need to dress appropriately to go to Asda. You're dressed like you're going to fucking Lumley Castle for a fucking wedding. I'm just going like this, mate. I don't give a fuck. Fuck off. I'm driving anyway, so I'll drive you. I'll be the chauffeur. I'm the chauffeur. I don't need to look good, do I? You're the queen. You sit in the passenger seat. I'll just do all the driving, and you can just spend my money and desserts fucking delivered. Not a problem. No problem. Thank me later. Hate me now. Thank me later. Beautiful way. See? Fucking hell. So I said, I used to do this thing because I had a teenager in the house who was getting more and more obsessed with materialism and consumerism. I'm like, oh God, she's going to go down the same fucking path. I can't believe it. Laura took her to Manchester once and said to her that this is how the other half live. Took her around houses and flats and everything. When she's living in a council house, the two kids are two different fathers, and she's never had a job in her life. Just on her back, doing OnlyFans, obviously. We're not going to live like Mum lives. I'm going to show you a better way of life. Are you? Okay. So they had a weekend away in Manchester, so this was getting quite serious. So what I used to do was, I was fat at the time, bigger than my tits are now, and I used to get a shower, get myself all dried in my bedroom, and then I used to go... This is a true story. She used to fucking go off it. So I used to come into her bedroom. I used to, what do you want? So I used to strut into the room naked and say, this is a real woman. Look at me. This is what a real woman looks like. Look at the size of my ass. This is a real fucking woman. And I used to shake my tits. She used to go fucking off it. Get out my fucking room. I hate you. You're so embarrassing. Get out my room. I'm online playing with Lucas. Can you? I said, you're not on camera. I had to see. You want to see my tits? Real tits. Not plastic porn ones. So Luke, he wasn't online. He didn't see my tits. But that was kind of the journey that I've been on, you see. So yeah, I did do that. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I did used to do that. Well, because I was a bit, see the coyotes, it's a den of fucking hyenas. So I was just trying at the time. I know I did look crazy. Francesca, I know you thought Mummy was a little bit nuts. But I was doing it so that she'll remember me forever, and she will remember that beauty comes from within, and it doesn't matter whether you're a handful or a little small full or a big whapper full. It doesn't really matter what you look like on the outside. Circle of life. Doesn't really matter what you look like on the outside. Do you have a heart? Do you bleed? That's a very vital question, because not everybody has a heart and not everybody bleeds the same. No, they don't. As we're finding out now with the cold-blooded reptilians of the Holy Mountain. Okay. So I just wanted to say this today and just comment. It's the King's Day today. I'm having a day off. I'm with my fathers, all of the fathers. Beautiful way again, you see. Oh. And then I have the journey of this. You see this? Now remember this. I used to have an owl picture right above my bed, above my dining room table like this. Beautiful. Just a cheap one. Love is priceless. Unconditional love, unapologetically rare, raw and real, which I've always been. It's just you lot couldn't see me for what I was, because I was, well, many things. But I've been attacked by a serial psychopathic killer. Many of them, not even just one. Now, I know you don't want to believe that, and you've stolen my idea, and you're hoping I'm taming the wind as we speak. So, you're now in the lower world, which is where you wanted to be. Playing with Satan and the materialistic greed of the need of wax for 50 cents. I don't need anything now. I don't need cigarettes. I don't need help. I don't need a friend. Not really. I want things. And this is the other thing that I've been trying to teach you all, that wants and needs are very different things. I might want some cigarettes. I want Native American spirit cigarettes, actually, is what I want. Some loose tobacco, that's what I would like. 2011, I wanted a fucking Range Rover, but I still haven't fucking got one. That's a want. A need. I need oxygen. I need water. And apart from that, I'll be fine. Shelter, which I've got shelter. I've got to always make sure I've got shelter wherever I go. I've never actually been homeless. 'Cause she's harmless. She's harmless. Because my life's not to be homeless. My father's never allowed me to be homeless. You know another thing, because the Illuminati and the mystic, it's not just Illuminati, it's the secret occult of the rosaries. The rose bands of the high up powers. And they've always known who I am, and I've been hidden in plain sight, used and abused, while they've filtered off my energy and made creations and made billions off me. Many people in many forms. And what they've done is, I was 16, now I was in a kids' home, and then all of a sudden I got a Rainbow Warrior. That's me. When I was 16, I got a house, rented. You're not allowed to rent a house in the United Kingdom, even in the 90s, till you're 18. It's illegal and impossible. Yet me, I got a 3-bedroomed house with a corner bath. That's why all the junkies loved me then. Well, not just junkies, the ravers, Rattler. They bought me a house, well, paid the landlady to let me rent the house. My father was guarantor. I'll be guarantor so you can have the house. Thanks, Dad. Wow, that's nice here. Because they were trying to set me up with a crime to be a criminal then, to try and get me locked up in prison in the 90s, saying that I was a drug dealer and that I was all these things. I didn't get locked up, but lots of people died and lots of people got locked up in prison except me. When we got raided, the police officer came round and said, Blade, can I speak to the owner of the house? I said, that'll be me. He said, you don't live here. I said, what are you talking about? Of course I fucking do. It's my fucking house, I rent it. Well, rent it, it's not my house, I don't own it. I did own it, actually. Witness. I said, this is my house, sir. He was quite high up. He was a sergeant in the police service. And he said, I've never seen you here. He said, I've been surveying this house for about 6 months, a year. He says, you're not here. And I said, well, because I'm yin and yang, and I was living there on a night time just as a bed, but by day I was working with the millionaires in the cricket ground. When Queen Elizabeth came to the cricket ground, we had the Australians there. I used to work in the kitchens, sit in the wind. I was working in the kitchens. I was going to be a chef. So a Jaguar. The police, when they'd been surveying the house, because I wasn't really there, they didn't know I was there. He was shocked. So he came in and I made all the policemen, because I've always respected policemen. I like policemen. We need law and order, otherwise you're fucked. That's why we end up with this situation we're in now, because they've abused their power. Corrupt lawyers and judges have got me locked up here illegally and jabbing me up the fucking ass illegally. The heads are going to roll for this. You know it, I know it, you're just trying to delay the tower that's around you anyway, because you're a rattlesnake, so we can hear you coming, we know exactly who you are. People in power know who you are anyway. Real people who are in authority, who actually do their fucking goddamn job and carry out the law of the land and the ocean. So that is a problem, because...
Good afternoon.
Hi, Bob. Just leave it today, darling. Thanks, sweetheart. That's the cleaner. I don't need the cleaner. She was in yesterday. I've got staff, but they don't need to clean for me. I'm alright. I'm not a demanding boss. Bossy. I'm not bossy. There's no why about it. I am just a boss. I'm on a day off today. It's midweek hump day. So yeah, so I made the sergeant and all his men who came in and destroyed the fucking house. I said, can you please not do that? But they have to. They come in and they wreck all the drawers, rip everything apart when you're getting busted. And I made them bacon sandwiches, and I actually did. Now that's not a joke of pigs. You're just a pig swine if you're corrupt and lying. You don't have to wear a police uniform to be a pig. I know they did used to get called that, which is quite disrespectful, really. Yet when there's something goes wrong, or you get stabbed, or your children are hurt or raped, who's the first person you call? Oh, let's call the police. So you phone the swines and the pigs when you need something, but they're swines and pigs. Fuck off, police. You've got no respect. That's the disgrace. Because I've always had respect. So like I say, when I was 17 and they raided us, or 16, I respected them and made them bacon sandwiches and cups of coffee. And then the sergeant had a word with me. He said, Catherine, a piece of life advice: you do not belong here. You need to get out of this situation. It's not a very good place for you to be. It's going to kick off. Just a warning. I said, thank you, sir. He says, no problem. You're always looked after. Don't forget that. Thank you, sir. So I've always had protection, really, as above and below. You just didn't see my protection. Thank you, sir. So I do know these things, really, yes. It's quite sad, really, to watch what's gone on. When I was working at South, they were on my line, and I was friends with a guy from Philadelphia, like cream fucking cheese, lying with prostitutes. And he liked Audis. So I used to send Audis to him all the time. And then all of a sudden, because it was a setup online, that I would get followed by 2 Audis on the way home to make me think this is my twin and everything's great. And oh, Jesus Christ. They used to follow me home. They've really done a number on me. Which I'm aware of. Yes, I know this is what's going on. That's why I took the job itself. Because I wanted to bring the corruption out of what the fuck are you lot doing in there? Well, I tell you what they're doing. That would be Mr. Calvin Klein himself, who used to go to Marbella, the Spanish resort where all the criminals are, which is where my mother Heather, not my mother, used to go and spend time. And Dion, who got locked up in prison for trying to go to fucking Mexico when he was AWOL, joined the army. Couldn't last fucking 2 years in the army, that fucker. He used to be a barman in Marbella, Spain, which is where they all know each other from, and it's all interlinked. And then you've got the Predictions magazine, who knows the old bees of the knee, bees of the fleas, and the dogs of the sooties. So they're all interconnected, you see, like a big spider web. It took a long time for us to get to this far. Oh look, we're on 43:55. And now they've followed me around. They've followed me all my life and done this, because I've been living their life, not my life. But what it's enabled me to do is to go within, innate myself, and learn and master a lot of master degrees of a lot of things. And go into the darkness and my shadow self and their shadow self and the world's shadow self and the galactic shadow self. And I've done a lot of work and built a bridge. 40:29 on the clock. 44, sorry. 44:33. So what that means is that I'm the master of myself. Bossy. No why about it, just boss. So there you go. That's that. It's only death. That's life. Only two things guaranteed in life. You're going to be born, you're going to die. What happens in the middle is all up to you. It's called soul growth. This is Earth Skill, by the way. Welcome to the Great Awakening. Again. We'll just keep doing this every day, but yesterday's treason was the last shot that you're going to get, because you can hear me, yeah? Good. I know people hear me. And you're in a lot of trouble. Dark side of the elite side. And I don't know how long it's going to take. It's up to God. Some people are saying October, December, Christmas, after Christmas. Really? I've got to wait that long? I'm going to be kept locked up in here because you want to, Mr. and Mrs. Madams of the pimps. You think that's going to happen, do you? That's not happening on my fucking watch. I'm telling you what's fucking happening. I'm telling you now, your order is, my order for the universe is to get me my goddamn documentation, give me my ID back and my kip, my kid, and that's enough kippers. In other words, fish. You're full of kippers, you stink like smoked fish. I've smoked you all out, I'm done, I'm nearly run out of cigarettes, so you will do your jobs, because that's an order. Now it's time for you lot to do your jobs. Step it up, get it fucking done. I'm not waiting. I'm now getting ready. So this is Star Bathing Light Body Crystal Gigs, gigabytes, crystal grid, transmission and activation. These are my starseed cards. I keep these special because there's not many of us. Of the starseeds. No, not really. You're all just wannabes. Oh well. And then this one is very nice. I've got to do this one. I don't want to do this one, but I will. The Cosmic Heart, Devotion, Potency, Make Your Life a Moving Prayer. I know you're always right. So there we go. And then the next one is Loosen Your Grip. Coking mechanism. Coking. Are you still on the fucking coke? Are you still snorting coke? You're still addicted? I don't have addictions. No. You're still Coca man, Cocoa Bot, Cocoa Pops. You're an addict, you're a crackhead. You were a whoever this is for, you were a crackhead years ago and you've always been a crackhead and now you've gone back to being a crackhead and you're still on the fucking crack of the... What's the crack, sir? Shit, man. Cocoa Pops. Cocoa Man of Coca-Cola. You know Coca-Cola used to have cocaine in it. Anyway, I can't stop saying coping mechanisms, which is, see, that's your coping mechanism. You're on the Coca-Cola. Coke, oh shit, man, you're fogged. So it says here, loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, destiny, addiction, let God in. That is for you. Humanity message. This is not me messaging. I don't need messages. I have the connection all the time. So these are not really for me. Oh, this one's upside down. God, and it's like a big hole of, look, there's Earth. You're floating about there in a rock. Look at that. You're now stuck in and this says perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. That's me, you see. I'm up here, I'm out here. I'm not even on the rock with you. I just call down here to say hello, and then I'll pop back up and come back down below. I'm a galactic star space cowboy. I'm not really. Can you see that? That message is for you, for me, from me to you. Look at that. I'm a starseed. I'm in the stars. I am a star. You're just bound to Earth, that little globe thing there. That's how insignificant you are. Can you see that? See where you are? Yeah. Perspective. I have a perspective from above because I'm a love dove. And then this is beautiful, Father. I haven't got these ones out for a long time. I didn't know this is what. See, I don't know. I didn't plan this. I just am. Not a ham of a slam dam wham bam bangy mam. I just am. So this is the new Earth. Can you see that? Isn't that beautiful, humanity? This is for you, golden children. We're in the golden age today. It'll change tomorrow. It's Thursday tomorrow. First day tomorrow on my first. I'm the life path #1, by the way. The new Earth, it's happening. Keep holding the vision. You see, so I'm here in the galactic cosmos of the thing, and this is your Earth here, but you're stuck somewhere here, floating about on a rock here. But you don't know your coordinates, you don't know where you are, you're just a little ant in the ant farm. As am I, except my soul is grandeur and greatness. I know you don't like that, but that's just life and death and rebirth. You haven't done the work, you've tried to play, and you thought you were going to get a record contract. Who's going to get a record contract? I don't know who that's for. Whoever's listening, these are not messages for me. So someone's going to get a record contract. Wow, that's really impressive. Because now you're in the Lost Lands. Except this will be our Lost Lands that I can now go and re-find, and I'm going to travel the world. I've decided I'm going with my new lovers. I'm going to get married to all of them. I'm not. I have one, my dad says. So I keep coming and checking. Never did that during the night when they're on night shift asleep. Lost Lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. This is for us, God's army. Remember who you are. Okay? Good. Oh, and then I love this one. This is this one. Look at this. Can you see that? Isn't it beautiful? We the Hathors. Do you know who Hathor is? Thor. It's H-A, hat, whores. Hathors. H-A-T-H-O-R-S. I am Thor, but not Thor. I'm not the thunder god of Thor. I'm a Hathor. We the Hathors. And it says, that'll be the 7 sisters, the 7 of us sisters, who are only of this high up of empresses and priests and priestesses. There's not many of us, no, because that's why we're unique and so gorgeously, and everyone wants to kill us. So it says here, we the Hathors of deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. Can you see? I'll show you the picture again. Look at the picture. That's what the old ZBs and Neebies of the wannabe idols have tried to steal. And so you want to play with magic? You don't want to play with magic. Don't fucking do that. I'm Hathor. Auntie. Well, I mean, that could be anything you want me to be. Big picture thinking. Pleiadians energy, visionary, inspired ideas. Now, if you look at that, you can see this is like my photography I was doing at the lake. As above, so below. This is the nice portal, but you're stuck here below with your materialistic consumerism of bullshit. Killing the seed of Africa to keep for yourself because you didn't want the people to be fed. Why are we living in 20th century? Well, whatever century. Where are we now? I don't know. What day is it, Dad? It's 2024 and you've got people living here with no fucking food and homeless. Trust the timing, people. Just trust the timing. I don't know. I could be here till Christmas. I don't care. Either way, I'm good. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. There's no such thing as time as well, but I'm not going to teach that today because you'll really start to fucking have a meltdown. Okay. Does that make people feel a little bit better today? Do you feel you know me a little bit better now? I seem to feel like everybody needs an explanation to why and what the hell, why the hell, who the hell, fucking hell, who does she think she is? Well, I've told you, I'm a Hathor. Now this is so shit. Because of what you've done to me, this is going to be very painful for you. I've been here for 5 years in Theta while waking and walking and living a life, but I was disconnected from, well, I wasn't, but Mr. Trump did this. Stole the energy and my creativity with my daughter Dora in 2016. 53 on the clock. I'm nearly done an hour. I'm leaving the class after this. So this takes you to the void. Can you see the void? That's the void of nothingness. That is not a nice place to be. Trust me, I know. I was there for 4 or 5 years. And it says, the void, stop, embrace winter, which is what I did. What were you doing at Christmas? You're now going here, and I'm now going to have the best Christmas of my whole entire life. I'm waiting for my new job to start, which is kind of doing it now anyway, really. Do it anywhere I am. Where I am is my job. Just getting better. You see how I've been coughing today? And it says the great cosmic womb. Haha, Thor. You want to play with magic? Oh, I'm just going from the top as I'm being guided to do, which is their star family. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. I'm calling you all in. Please send somebody with my documents, and I want to go out of here, please. I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here. That's a call for today from the jungle. Please, I am a celebrity. Get me out of here. I can't stay here any longer. It's terrible. Look at that. You see how beautiful that is? I do have a soul tribe, and they're waiting for my call, and that's it ready today, guys. And then it says deep cellular healing, arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing, which has took me a long time because I had a broken heart. And then while I had the broken heart, these devils who think they own my ass, who don't own anything, they can't even control the fucking goddamn selves, they're fucking pigs. Oh wow, that's something to respect, isn't it? Living in fear. I'm not frightened by that, please. I've been in the void for 5 years. Are you fucking nuts? And I've seen down in your hell when I was in Sheldon. Oh God, I did a whole spiritual journey. Oh my God, it was terrible. It was terrible. I went down to the lower lands, and I mean the lower lands. I went into your underground tunnels. Anyway, I'm not going back there. Deep cellular healing. So you need to. I've done the DP. I've done the work. More than enough for everybody on the fucking planet. I'm helping loads of people just by fucking breathing doing this shit. You need to start knowing my place, and you're going to have accountability and responsibility for yourself. You are not alone. Isolation, physical connection, and community. That's coming. I'm pleased. Because I did have to take time to... I know my star family are like, why is she taking so long? Because of where I've been in the void, in the darkness, and I've been alone since I was a child. Me and the devil have been friends for a long time. Me and Grim. So, I'm not frightened of the devil, no, please, children, he's my friend. We don't have a problem. He has a problem with me because he can't control me. So drum, darum, get the rum. A Drumley energy adventure, say yes to change, which I've kind of done anyway. See the rainbow there? 58, 38. I'm just doing these two, then I'm going to go. You got the love, I got the key, I got the secret, I got the key to another way. I got the love. I have. I always have. You've got the love, Hadrian energy, Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. So in other words, you need to work on your codependency. I'm not codependent anyway. I don't need anyone. I've proved a point. Have I proved myself now? I think I have to humanity. I think you can all see now God is real. But it's not about God. It's about yourself. I told you it's actually quantum physics. And then you need the last card for the army of God, which is I'm talking to the lions now. I'm not really talking to the idiots, but you can listen as much as you like. You might learn something. I'm teaching everybody the yin and yang of my life. I can't separate the light from the dark. If you don't have dark, you can't have stars. You need the darkness to have the stars. Surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy. Make love to life. That's what I'm going to do now. My father says I'm allowed a new life because I've covered everything down under and done all the darkness and all of the energy, and because I've done all of this work and helped a lot of stuff. I'm now allowed to live a thrive life, which is going to be new to me because I don't know how to live that life. I've never thrived really. I've always survived. I'm a warrior. Call me if you've got a problem. I'm the master at bullshit. What did they say? I'm great at the hell. Please call me. I'm the master fucking shit shifter. I'm a master at the survival mode. I can help with any shadow problem you've got. Anything at all you want. Anything. Big or small. I'm a master at that. But what I'm not a master at, which my soul tribe are having to help me with, and the light side now are helping me with, is learning to thrive and to love. Actually unconditionally and receive it back. I'm very good at giving it, not very good at receiving these things because I've been living in hell. That's not a joke, it's true. So what I've been working on for so long is my attitude, is because we all have an attitude. I've changed it now, but my attitude was, hi, what do you want? What are you going to do okay, so you're my friend today, and then what's going to happen tomorrow? I see where we're going with this. Yes, I love you too. And then it goes all tits up because this psychopathic, narcissistic control freak of people. Oh, and it says here, look in there. Your heart is a portal. So what happened there was every time I make friends, this is why I'm not connecting online at the minute, because it's not about not trusting online, it's they know I'm online and what I'm doing, but I'm not doing it online because I want to see people in physical, real people. I can't do it online because you can't heal where you hurt. And I got hurt a lot online, so I'm not healing like that. I am, but I'm not, if that makes sense. So I shall look forward to Captain America coming over the fence. We're going to fly off together. Get the fucking Hulk. So that's what we're doing. I hope that makes sense and helps somebody today. On Midweek Owners Day, that's for the kings of the kingships of the motherships. So I'm not locked in anywhere. I'm not staying here because I have to. I'm staying here because I've been told and guided to. And then I'll just give all those messages today. Hopefully that'll help. And that's Rebecca Campbell artwork and Daniela Noel. Like Noel. Or could be Noel Gallagher like me. I'm a fucking oasis. I'm a mirage. You can't even fucking see me. Don't mind me. I'm just a fucking nobody. I am a nobody. Which means I'm a somebody. I'm a nobody of a somebody of a somebody. And now you're in trouble. Or it's harvest. So you're either going to get served the karma. The karma is non-judgmental, and you just get delivered back what you've given out. Give love, receive love, kids. So that's 1:03 on the clock. Oh look, I'll give you an extra 3 minutes. So that's where we're going with that today. And I'm going to go and have some tea tonight. I didn't have lunch today. I've been asleep, resting upstairs. Been with the kings. So you can go and enjoy yourself and do what you want to do. You can do what you want to do. I don't care. I have no fucks left to give. Okay? So tomorrow's a new day. It's a new way. And I'm feeling good. Oh! So that's that. So go and enjoy the rest of the day, and please try and just treat your mother and fathers nicely, your grandparents, your children, and your husband or wife, if you're lucky enough to have one. Try and go and love them, because you never know when they might not be there. Like me, I used to have a whole life, and then now I've nobody who I can trust to rely on in 3D because of what they've all done. There's no coming back from this. You need to go and heal. You're not allowed near my space. No, you're not coming in to do that. I don't want to hear how sorry you are because I know your plan. Okay? So you keep planning and plotting. I'm just going to do me, myself, and I, for me, with me, by me, for myself, with myself. And I'm going to be very selfish, and I'm just putting myself first. Yes, if you want to say selfish, then yes, I call it self-love, respect and boundaries. But we can agree to disagree, it's not a problem. You go and think, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You see, they're coming again. No, I mean, I've only been on an hour. Have you? That is proof. Yet during the night, they've been asleep, they haven't checked, and I've been taking pictures. I've been here all night, working as a night owl with Git of the Get. So that's proof for you there, darling, what's going on here with the scam of now they're panicking because they don't know what to do, because they're living in an old program where they've read my medical records that go dated back, and they said what we're going to do is they know what happened to me as a child, they know who I am. And they're using that against me, trying to trigger response me for things that happened to me, which is very cruel, because what happened to me as a child, when you find out, you'll be disgusted. I know some people know, but not many people do, really. It's a need-to-know basis at the moment. But that's very sad, that they're trying to they're actually doing this now to me, when I've gone through everything I did as a child, and I've now had to become my own mother and father, and I'm doing myself and being the parent and the protector that I never had for myself. That's quite sad that nobody's protected me or helped me or loved me, and I'm 46 years of age. Debatable. But I'm 46 years of age, and nobody in physical, real, here life that I can see, touch and feel are still here to be reliable and loyal to me. I don't have anyone who's loyal to me now. I have no friends and family left, so I owe nobody nothing. Nobody's getting any money from me, nobody's doing anything. I'm going to decide what happens next when it happens. But you, sir, madam, ain't got shit on me. You ain't coming in with fake offers. Nobody from the past is coming in and say, oh, well, I'm sorry, but I didn't know what I did. No. End of no. I'm cutting you all off. You're done. I'm done. And I'm having a new life with a new way and a new lover and probably a new husband, and I might have 10 kids. Why not? I'm God's daughter. If he wants me to have a child, I might do a Mary and just stay single and just produce children. Or I might just go and open up a fucking goddamn orphanage and get the hundreds of millions of children that are going to have no mothers, because most of you are going to be in prison because you fucking tried to kill God's daughter and you've jabbed her up the ass. So your children might need a home. I might have to take them on, because so who else is going to look after them? Because what are you going to do with them in social services? Enjoy yourself. Anyway, 0707 on the clock, 107. I'm going to go. See ya. Pays to be nice. Lesson in life. It's only death. That's life.